Welcome to Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I'm a board-certified music therapist, author, and expert on how to use music to relieve stress fast. Music. It connects us to ourselves and to each other. It says what needs to be said when there are no words. It creates comfort, safety, and healing. As the U2 lyricist Bono said, music can change the world because it can change people. Currently, there are over 8,000 board-certified music therapists serving the nation's leading hospitals, healthcare settings, and communities. This music therapy soundbite is sponsored by McConnell Music Therapy Services at mcconnellmts.com. This episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold is also sponsored by Dr. Nisi, trainer and certifier of master and executive coaches, because she believes every person, every relationship, every business, and your finances should be extraordinary. Find out more about Dr. Nisi Moore and the Life Coaching Institute at drnisi.com. That's drneecie.com. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. It's great to be with you. Thank you again to all who have taken a moment to rate and review the pod. It's the only way I get to know how you're utilizing it and what difference it's making. Just so you know, each episode takes me roughly 10 hours of studio time to record, arrange, and mix a song from scratch. And keep in mind, these aren't 3-minute radio songs. They're anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes long, and there are 27 tracks involved in today's alone. So that's a lot of careful time that goes into each episode. So please, just take a moment and let me know if it's worth it, okay? Thank you. Don't forget also to check out in the show notes the resources that I've created for you. Whether you're a healthcare worker looking to use music to help your patients, or you're in recovery, or would just like the granddaddy of all relaxation experiences, I've got something for you. All right. Today's song is called Awakening, and that's no coincidence. There was an awakening in me last week where I stepped out of the stands and onto the field as an ally of the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm using all of my platforms to come out and explicitly state that 1, racism is real, and 2, Black Lives Matter. If that offends you, I encourage you to consider that we're all awakening to ever-expanding levels of conscious awareness. And sometimes we lead the way, and sometimes we get dragged there kicking and screaming. The resistance you feel doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It just means you're in a growth zone. And adults think they're past that. After all, they're all grown up. Growth is an opportunity, but be careful not to shame yourself or anyone around you as you seek to grow or encourage anyone else to grow. Shame serves no one. There's comfort in the status quo, and there's excitement in change. And remember, eventually change becomes the new status quo. That's hopefully what is captured in today's arrangement. Sometimes the songs are slow and relaxing. Sometimes they're upbeat and stirring. This one is both. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I've got a couple of resources for you, which you can find in the show notes or you can listen to right here. So check it out. If you enjoy the sound of my voice and you enjoy the sound of my guitar, imagine them put together. Go to sonicrecovery.com and take your very own relaxation vacation, where I take you out of the stress of the present moment and back in time to a time when you felt happy, healthy, safe, and sober, and then walk you through that memory so you can bring back those feelings into the challenges you're facing today. So go check that out. It's at sonicrecovery.com. If you're a healthcare worker in recovery, check out the Music in Recovery Self-Care Guide for healthcare professionals that I created just for you. That's at hcp.sonicrecovery.com. And if you're a healthcare worker and you'd like more information about how to help your patients use music, you can check out the Music Medicine Guide that I created just for you at musicmedicineguide.com. Lastly, if you enjoyed the pod and you haven't done it yet, would you just take a minute to rate and review it? It really only takes about 60 seconds, believe it or not, and it would go a long way to help us make more people know just how good this pod is, particularly for healthcare workers and their stress. Thanks again. See you next time.